I'm back sharing my thoughts, this time on the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses. I've had these now for about 3 days. I went with the warm stone. In this video, I'm just gonna share my thoughts on them because I was really looking forward to getting these glasses. And now after having them for just a few days, I already feel ready to share some thoughts that I wasn't previously expecting. So 3 things right off the bat that I wasn't expecting to experience when I got these glasses. Number 1, how much I look around just when I'm going anywhere. At my desk, it's pretty relatively straightforward. I'm just looking at the computer screen. But when I am out and about or doing something even in my kitchen, feels like my head is just going like this. I didn't know that really until watching the playback video. Number 2, these actually remind me a bit of when I bought a GoPro for the first time. The idea of having an action camera sounded exciting. And then when I actually got the action camera, I'm like, well, what do I do? Because my day-to-day life, I work at the computer a lot. I go to the gym, I have my routines. So there's not a whole lot of variety, and I guess there's really not much of a need to capture certain videos from my glasses. Now, with that being said, it's been really cool to capture certain moments, which I'll talk about later. And number 3, I wasn't expecting how disorienting watching the videos from the glasses would be. I think just watching any footage long-term from these glasses would be pretty disorienting. Now, I think these glasses are great for content creators who want a first-person view. Obviously, it's a super unique angle, and unless you have like a GoPro chest rig or a head rig or something, it's hard to get that angle. And that's really easy to get with these glasses. These glasses are also great for content creators who are active and on the go because you're not able to carry your phone. So you could just put on these glasses and head out the door. I got the transition lenses. I was surprised quite a bit at how dark the lenses don't get outside. I kept waiting for them to get darker outside. And it got me thinking, like, I don't know if these would be a good replacement for sunglasses. Now, I'm only speaking to the transition lenses. I haven't used the regular sunglasses. I'm sure they're much darker. But for the transition lenses, they just don't get that dark. You could still see your eyes. And then these glasses would also be great for any content creators with vision impairments. The AI features built into these for it to be able to use the camera and tell you in as close to real time right now what you're looking at. That is really cool. Again, if you're a content creator with vision impairments, this would be really cool. You know, just sharing a little bit about me and my eyesight. I got LASIK a few years ago. My eyesight is fantastic. So the lens is in here, there's no prescription. Now, who are these glasses not for? They're not gonna be ideal for casual users. Let's face it, these are easy to put in the drawer and just kind of forget about. And instead you just grab the closest camera to you, which is likely gonna be your phone, or maybe like a camera like the Sony ZV-E1 I'm using here, which both of those are gonna be much better quality than what you're gonna find out of these glasses. Also, these are not gonna be ideal for really privacy conscious individuals. On the privacy conscious spectrum, I would say I'm somewhat privacy conscious. I don't go out of my way to like disable anything from tracking me. And I think you sort of have to be that way if you're gonna buy a product from Meta, because it's just kind of baked into like what you're signing in the terms and agreements. Now, I didn't even read all of the terms and agreements, but I'm sure it's crazy long. As I was signing up for it, I'm just like, this is wild. There's a little button here that you activate the camera, but I mean, you're wearing a camera on your face and you're walking around and you're doing things that you normally wouldn't be doing with the camera out. And it really just highlights an interesting time to be alive right now, where we'd like to think that our privacy is being protected, but we have so many examples of where it's not. So if you're super privacy conscious, you're just gonna skip these. You probably are already skipping these. Also, if you're more budget conscious, I don't think these would be a smart buy, because this version right here, with the transition lenses and the warm stone headliners, these were $405, which this seems like a luxury buy, not a I need to buy. A couple weeks ago, I made a video sharing my thoughts on the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, which I think is a fantastic camera and is only just a little bit more than these. If I had to choose between the two, I would choose the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 any day of the week. So if you're coming from a budget perspective, I don't know that these are gonna be the ones that you're gonna wanna choose first, personally. There are a few things that I wanted to share about these glasses that I did love. And first up, that's the image quality in the right lighting conditions. Indoors, when I'm filming right here, I mean, like, it looks pretty good. But also I have this big light up here and my office is kind of bright right now. But if I turn that light off and that light off, you can start to see as it gets a little bit lower light conditions, what the quality looks like, which is less than ideal. As far as I understand, they're not 4K. I think they still do a fantastic job and there's a lot of detail that's captured. Another thing that I really like about the glasses is actually the app. The app is actually pretty easy to use. It's called Meta View and it's not clunky. like Facebook or anything like that. You just pair the glasses with your phone, and then you can easily transfer over Wi-Fi all of the photos and videos on your glasses to your phone. And the process is really simple. Another thing that I'm happy with is the size. I normally wear Ray-Ban Wayfarer glasses. That's like my primary sunglass, and I've been wearing those for years. And I know the headliner is a little different. I think it's a little bit more round, but overall they're pretty comparable in size, like just a little bit thicker on the sides. The tech is insane that they're able to do so much in here. Also, the side of this, if you didn't know, is touch activated. So you swipe up, and that's a little bit confusing to learn at first, but it's pretty incredible how far tech has come to be able to fit this much tech into these glasses. It feels a little bit like spy glasses when you're wearing them because you know there's a camera on there. I feel like I'm a little bit James Bond-esque when I'm wearing them. I also love the versatility of them just because they are these simple glasses. Like, it's not a whole nother camera that I need to carry. You just carry it on your face, which is strange. Now, what I don't love, and just to highlight it again, I'd only be using these if the lighting conditions were right, or else I can't really count on the footage. Also, I don't love that the horizontal video is missing currently. I'm sure that's an easy update for them to make, but the emphasis is on vertical videos. It seems like the goal of these glasses is to make quick videos and upload it to Instagram or Facebook. And another thing I don't love is, again, it's kind of nauseating to watch the videos when you're like moving around. I can't imagine watching a 20-minute video using these things. The stabilization is nice, and that's definitely apparent that it's not bouncing up and down, but just looking left and right, there's not much they can really do there. I think that's just the nature of them being on your head. So are the glasses worth it despite everything I just kind of laid out? I think for the right content creator, they're absolutely worth it. Are they worth it for me? I don't really know. Similar to the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, where I got the camera thinking I was going to be using it for on-the-go content creation, making social media videos, and just be able to upload it and kind of move on. And I found myself using it more so for like family videos and the occasional social media video, but more so personal use. I kind of feel a similar thing with these, where professionally, I don't know that they have too much to offer me because, like I shared at the beginning of the video, my life is pretty routine, and there are some outlier use cases where it would be cool to capture that footage, but 9 times out of 10 I'd be able to do that with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 or just using a different camera. Having paid $405 for these, will I keep them? I'm debating it in my head, but I'm leaning towards returning them because I think the cons for me outweigh the pros. Now, again, I just want to say, because this tech is so cool, having vision impairments and being able to activate the Meta AI, which I haven't even really talked about because I'm more focused on the camera part of this, the Meta AI part, and having the accessibility of being able to just look at something and then having it tell you what it is that you're looking at is freaking cool. But the quality is not nearly as good as my iPhone 15 Pro, which, how could it be? You know, there's more room on the iPhone 15 Pro, I'm sure, than there is in these glasses because they've got to fit the battery and all that stuff. So those are the reasons that I'm thinking that I'll probably send them back. What about you? Have you picked up the Ray-Ban Meta Smart Glasses? Did you keep them? Did you return them? Are you still thinking about purchasing them after watching this video? I'm curious to know. Drop a comment.